Mike Sierra 1
can't handle the truth.
You're a cheat and a swindler. That's what you are. How can you do a thing like this?
I am authorized to assure you these rumors are based on hysteria and are absolutely false. I repeat, these rumors are absolutely false.
Welcome back, and thank you for joining me once again as I take another look into the relentless lies of Mike Zeroh. If you're looking for truth in a Zeroh video, well, you have clicked on the wrong video to watch. Even now, whilst I'm making this, he is scrolling through his previous endeavors to see what he can use to draw his unsuspecting viewers into believing this time round. And if you think it's about the actual story, you would be wrong. The only thing that drives what Zeroh produces are the views he got from the video before. A prime example which still follows the rules of his content would be the Elon Musk situation that arose a few weeks ago, which has now developed into a back-and-forth tit-for-tat situation for Disney. Just like things happened with South Park, one releases a comment about their actions, and then there is a counter from the other party, and on it goes. Hopefully this will explain what I mean when it comes to which direction Zeroh takes with his fake news. Video number 1, and Elon has cost Disney hundreds of millions of dollars. Again, it's the view rate that decides where to go next. Well, that and Zeroh's need to make money as quickly and effectively as possible with very little effort on his part. Video 2, and once again Elon has cost Disney hundreds of millions of dollars, and the views have increased. By the time the third video arrived, Elon cost Disney billions. A huge step up from millions, to be sure, but as I have said in the past, it's Zeroh's undying need to keep upping the stakes, but the viewers had decided that was enough, and the views dropped dramatically. This is more than likely why Zeroh has gone from spamming YouTube with his videos 7 days a week, to actually taking small breaks over a few days, to rest his unsuspecting subscribers, and put them into a false sense of security. Then we had Iger firing thousands, based on the Elon and Disney upset. As I said in my last video, this had nothing to do with Elon. Iger had been letting people go since the start of 2023, but it got a shed load of views and Zeroh thought he would capitalize on this, but it went south, and over the course of the next 9 videos, it wasn't mentioned again, but it doesn't mean that this fake topic won't make another appearance. Zeroh is not only a clickbaiter thanks primarily to his ambiguous titles, but he adopts the approach of using confirmation bias to propagate the ideals already held by so many people. He knows, or at the very least feels, that people hate Disney, so he leans his stories toward Disney and by extension Bob Iger. This ultimately includes things like Disney being outwitted or outdone by a superior foe. Last time out it was South Park, and this time round it's the turn of Elon Musk, as we have already seen. We know that Zeroh will only use things that will register with a certain group mindset, because if you take facts into account, it shows how selective he really is with his clickbait stories to ensure he gets to his target audience. In a piece that came out on the 13th of February 2023, it revealed that some 625 of the top 1,000 Twitter advertisers, including major brands such as Coca-Cola, Unilever, Jeep, Wells Fargo and Merck, had pulled their ads, according to estimates from Pathmatics, based on data running through January of the same year. This has been a trend even among some of the even larger advertisers who didn't want their ads appearing next to toxic content, thanks in part to Elon's relaxing of Twitter's policies. How many of the other companies did Zeroh talk about over this time period? Well, that's easy to answer, and the answer is none.
None! None!
But when Disney retracted their ad revenue, it became a talking point, because it fits the narrative, regardless of whether or not there was already some bad blood between Elon and Disney or Elon and Iger. As long as Disney and those affiliated with the company can be shown in a bad light, that's all that matters. It makes no odds that Disney are driving nails into their own coffin. It just helps to have a news story beefed up with BS and not just boring facts that everyone else reports on. Coincidentally, whilst I was putting this video together, Zeroh released another video about more firings because of Elon, like I mentioned 2 minutes earlier in this video. And I'll reiterate that these firings have nothing to do with Elon Musk and were part of a plan that was already in place from the start of the year, with the final wave of 3 sets of firings going ahead in the summer of 2023. He has also put out another video about Rachel Zegler, and once again it has to do with her being fired by studios. He has already made plenty of videos about her being fired or blacklisted by multiple studios who are refusing to work with her. This also includes Disney. The funny thing is, if Disney have indeed fired her, why would they let her appear in a video called Actors on Actors, which was released by Variety and endorsed by Disney? More so when Rachel is supposed to be taking not only the studios that fired her to court, but Disney as well. But court action seems to be the non-intellectual rut he finds himself in right now. Once Zeroh finds a topic that appeals, he flogs that one for as far as the eye can see. As it stands, the people taking legal action are as follows: Brie Larson, Rachel Zegler, Bob Iger against those responsible for South Park, then it's Disney against South Park. And let's not forget Kathleen Kennedy, who is taking her own action with the creators of South Park, Matt and Trey. And finally we have the newly added Disney against Elon Musk. It's a grand total of around 7 court cases to which you won't find any news about on the internet, other than what Zeroh has lied to you about. But there is one court case that may well come to something somewhere down the line, and it's the one where a judge has given approval for around 9,000 women to sue Disney over a pay gap based on gender. You can't miss it, it's everywhere, but put in your search bar Brie Larson taking legal action, and you get this on the very first page. But I noticed something all too familiar about the text in the header for the EP35 website, so I clicked on it, and with no surprise whatsoever, I ended up here, because all clickbait roads lead to Zeroh. A few weeks ago, Ryan Reynolds addressed the leaks that have been revealed lately about Deadpool 3. He said on one of his own posts that surprises are part of the magic of theatrical movies. It's important for us to shoot the new Deadpool film in real natural environments, using practical effects as opposed to making the movie indoors and digitally. Telephoto lenses continue to spoil surprises and create a difficult situation for everyone. Here's hoping some of the websites and social channels hold back showing images before they're ready. Reynolds continued, "The film is built for audience joy and our highest hope is to preserve as much of that magic as possible for the finished film and the big screen. Part of the reason people post spoilers is because they're excited." And how do you think Zeroh handled this story? Well, by basically making Disney and Ryan go to war. Just like Kathleen Kennedy was supposed to have cut scenes from The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, The Rise of Skywalker, and The Dial of Destiny, Disney are now telling Reynolds to cut numerous scenes from the new Deadpool movie, and are threatening him with budget cuts. It's yet another common story thread that's now been grafted onto a film franchise that has seen no interference from Disney since they purchased Marvel back in 2009, well, to the best of my knowledge anyway. The first Deadpool was released in 2016 and then Deadpool 2 in 2018, but now Zeroh is on the case and has turned this story on its head just for clicks because Deadpool 3 is relevant now because of Ryan's social media post. I said at the start of this video that Zeroh, during his 2-day absence from YouTube, was more than likely cycling through old content and trying to reapply it to a newer video upload. It's the main thing I have tried to convey in most of my videos, that the videos Zeroh makes are not updates to some kind of insider information, but they are copy and paste videos with details tweaked to fit the current narrative. You have seen that Elon Musk has cost Disney millions if not billions of dollars in the past few weeks, but this first happened with Jenna Ortega a few months earlier. We also had Disney investigating the Daily Wire, and now it's the turn of Elon Musk. And when Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 came out, Disney went up against Tom Cruise, by apparently wanting to make their own version of Mission Impossible style films. This got turned on its head a little while later when Disney decided to go after the Daily Wire again, because the Daily Wire wanted to make their own version of Snow White with Brett Cooper. There are so many more examples of these transpositions that occur from one subject matter to another, by where it's the people that change whilst the subject matter remains almost intact, but I think this will be enough for one video. Well, that's all I have for you today, and before I go, I just wanted to wish you all the very best for Christmas in whatever way you choose to celebrate it. So until the next time, take care and I'll see you again soon.
So maybe come up from your mom's basement, okay? And get a real life, you nerd. You basic!